ChubbierMail. Ooh, hey, ooh, what's up? Wow. So, got to work on my intro a little bit. You're probably wondering, though, what is this mysterious new unannounced channel that has emerged out of nowhere? And let me help you out with that. But first, a little bit of an explanation. A while ago, I watched this video from Mr. Beast called High Mean 5 Years. And this was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It was just a recording of himself speaking to his future self. And he's like, yeah, like, please, I hope you have at least 1 million subs. Don't be a failure. Follow your dreams. All of that. And I was really, really inspired. And I've always wanted to make a video in this style. I've been a little nervous. Another example, similar idea, is this YouTuber named Foozly. A streamer more than a YouTuber, but she does this thing where every birthday, she will record a message to herself. So like 28-year-old Foozly would be like, hey, 29-year-old Foozly, you're watching this in a year. I hope everything's good. These are your goals, etc., etc. And actually, I want to show you a pretty funny clip that I enjoyed from one of her recent ones. So here's just a few seconds of this. This is, I think, pretty great stuff.
I'm 28.
I'm 29.
I just turned 28.
28?
By the time
29.
you're seeing this,
Yeah.
so much is going to happen
Oh, yeah.
that I don't know about.
That's right.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know is that you are you are married. That's crazy.
Yikes.
You're married.
Yikes. So plot twist, she was engaged. Foozly was. When she was 28, she was engaged. And then she, you know, the engagement was called off. So no, she's not married. But I love that. I think that's such a great clip. Just, you know, being in the past, talking to yourself in the future, trying to predict what the hell could happen, and just being completely, wildly off. So yeah, I've wanted to make a video of this style for a while, but I've been really nervous to do it. I haven't known, like, what sort of editing should I put into it? Like, will people even watch it? Like, why would I put this on the main channel where I mainly do just, like, gameplays and stuff? Like, you know, like, that doesn't make any sense. Which is why you are here on ChubbierMail, this channel. ChubbierMail is going to be a place for, you know, quick videos like this, where I just sort of speak my mind on topics that are interesting to me. If any of you watch it, that's great. But also, this channel is not about subscribers or views. I'm not trying to, like, click farm and have, like, oh, 2 massive channels. I just have the main one, and then this is more like video diaries for myself. And then if, you know, anyone watches it and they leave cool comments, that, you know, we can have a cool dialogue. I like it. It's sort of my vision. The name ChubbierMail comes from Mogul Mail. Mogul Mail is owned by my favorite YouTuber, Ludwig. This is his backup channel, and it has nothing to do with mail. It actually has kind of turned into a news channel of sorts. But he started it in a very similar fashion to me. Just sort of like, oh yeah, this other side project where we kind of like do like less edited stuff, more, you know, informal but more personal kind of thing. And that is why ChubbierMail is the thing. No, there's no mail involved, but feel free to send me mail. I do box openings. The P.O. box is probably in the description. But that's not important. What is important, though, is the topic of this video today, which is going to be just reflecting on my 2022. You know, just like my past year as a YouTuber, what has happened, and what are my future goals. And maybe one day next year I'll watch this video and react to it, and it'll be like, ah, yes, yes, you know, stealing the Foozly idea exactly. But let's talk about events I went to in 2022. First and foremost, at the beginning of the year, I went to the Creator Clash, which is YouTubers were just, it was organized by iDubbbz, and YouTubers were just beating the shit out of each other. It was very fun, and that was like my first time really getting into traveling since the end of the pandemic. I was excited to be around YouTubers, you know, as my little nerd juices were flowing, and I was like, damn, you know, maybe one day I can participate. You know, not anytime soon. I'm not a large channel yet, but just a cool little moment there. But after that, actually, no, let's go out here. This is Michael Reeves. He looks very good in this photo. This is after he won, and he's a very short, nerdy YouTuber in a good way. He's much cooler than me, but, like, he does, like, tech stuff, and it's cool seeing him get in the ring and just, like, beat the shit out of people. But after the Creator Clash, I took a trip to California across the country to VidCon. And VidCon is basically, like, I don't know what you call it now, but it used to be, like, the big YouTuber convention where creators would go there, popular industry people would go there, and then fans go there. It's this huge mosh pit of just excellence and ideas and, like, meet and greets and education. It was great. And I went last year, and the only reason why I say it's not, like, just YouTube anymore is because last year there's a lot of TikTok influencers as well. So it's kind of like this huge media event. And that was super damn cool, seeing a lot of people. One person I saw was J-Man Curly, who has, as you guys probably know now, has since popped off. I think right now he has like 100 million subscribers. Sorry about that. Probably gonna be like 2 million by like next month. Who fucking knows? But yeah, I went here. I was just super inspired, and I met a lot of cool people. And this actually transitions into another thing that I did, which was the AR house. The AR house. Let's see if we can look it up real quick. I don't have a tab open because my first time doing one of these. No, not the warehouse. The AR house. The AR house, you goof. You goofy No page found. Well, that's not a good look. We'll go to their Twitter real quick. Here we go. Twitter/AR house. Let's check it out what they have here. And basically, the AR house is located in Hollywood. Hollywood, California, Los Angeles. Have you heard of these places? And it's just like a huge-ass mansion where they bring all these creators together. And not necessarily like YouTube creators, but like people who create within the world of AR, VR, XR, all of that. And look at this. Actually, if you scroll down, they retweeted me recently. Yes. But that was a very eye-opening experience as well. I lived in California in a mansion with 15 strangers for a month, and that felt like a pretty magical moment to me. So, cool part of my year. In addition to that, we're going to stalk SoulFox Gaming's Instagram account. This was a RecTuber meetup where all the people, well, not all of them, but a lot of the largest players in the Rec Room space met up and just hung out. We stayed in the house together for a few days. And you got SoulFox, V-Bunny, Hambone, the Goat, Gecko, VR, Professor Echo. This is Slat and his sister, Mr. Squinkles, which fittingly has a baby face, BVR girlfriend, Energetic Ruth, and then me with my, holy shit, my hair was a little bit not kept that day. Not as good as right now. Actually, it's pretty messy right now too, but it's, it's okay. We're not gonna worry about that. But that was cool. Another opportunity to meet some really fucking awesome YouTubers. People specifically in my space too. Not just like random internet people. These are people I've met online a lot. So, whew, very fun event. Hope to do that again soon. And we're not done. We have one more major thing I did last year, which was the Val VR, Virtual Athletics League. They had a convention. They had a VR convention. Hell yeah. It was called the New Realities Convention, and this was like a bunch of popular YouTubers from like all over the VR world. So not just Rec Room. Even though SoulFox and Bothia were there, there's people like Gamertag VR, VR Oasis. There's just like a shit ton. It's a lot of people, and it was kind of cool to meet them all in one spot. So that was a very humbling experience. And the reason I mentioned all of that is because if you asked me at the beginning of the year if I would, consider any of that possible, I'd laugh in your face. If you were going to be like, oh yeah, like you're going to meet all the Rec Room YouTubers that you grew up watching, all those people that you like looked up to, you're going to be peers with them and hang out. Fucking crazy. And then to do it again at the VR convention, that was crazy to see even like the next step above. Like you have like the big Rec Room people, but then you have like the big VR people. And even at VidCon, it's like, okay, the tier above that is just like the big people in general. It was cool being surrounded by such talented individuals, and I'm glad I got to network, and I hope to do more of that in this next year. But in addition to all the cool things we've done in terms of traveling, I want to take some time to talk about things that were cool on a personal level and in the YouTube world. So first things first, I joined the video partner program for Rec Room. Amazing. Long story short, they opened up this program and they're like, hey, you can have a support code now, and people can buy tokens with your support code snail. Everyone use it, code snail. But yeah, Rec Room pays you a percentage of all the money people spend on tokens, which maybe doesn't feel like a big deal, but to me it was huge. This is the first time in like all of my YouTube career that a company for a game that I'm already playing has decided to pay me. It's not quite like a sponsorship per se, but money from video games was cool. This is like, okay, let me work on this stream of income, and maybe if I piece together a few other pieces, then, maybe this YouTube full-time dream of mine might come true one day. So this is a great step in the right direction. In addition, speaking of money from the video partner program, look at this damn chair I got. I got a whole ass gaming chair for free. A nice one. A really nice one. I'm not trying to turn this into a commercial, but I'm just saying, like, a whole company sent me a nice ass gaming chair for free, which is mind blowing. This was like one of my first sponsorships ever. This is G Fuel. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like plug all my shit right now, but just sort of admiring the fact that like I have a G Fuel sponsorship. Code ChubbierSnail, 20% off. But just there's this. Raid Shadow Legends sponsored me for a stream, which is like really funny. I'm sure you've never heard of that game. Very small mobile app. But this is the first year I've gotten sponsors in my life. And although it's not like I'm making millions of dollars, I'm not even making close enough to live off of yet. It's cool that the seeds have been planted. And so maybe I can continue this trend of, you know, getting paid for this stuff moving forward. Not that money is everything, because it's not. But I love making videos so much, and the only way for me to make more, like in a full-time sense, would be if I'm earning money from it to support myself. So it's kind of my mission for that. I need to collect some more supporters, subscribers, so that I can, you know, get infinity stones. I was trying to make an analogy there, but clearly it didn't work out. I don't know what I was going for. But hey, let's shut up for a second, and let's talk about a project I'm very proud of, was Rec Room Lo-Fi. Now, this didn't erupt for views. It's only at like 5.8K, which for me is not a lot. That statement in its own is impressive, to say that like, oh yeah, 5.8K isn't a lot for me. But it's not, but it's cool that it's not. It's cool that I get more views. But what I'm trying to say is that this was a really fun project that took a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort, and it came to be. And now I have a whole playlist of just remixed Rec Room songs. And this really cool animation of me that looks kind of like an anime dude, and I love it. So super proud of how this turned out, and I hope to continue doing projects like this moving forward. But to date, this is probably the coolest thing I've done so far. Last but not least, we have, not this. This is, oh, yikes. This is my last video on this channel. It was uploaded 2 years ago. That's embarrassing. Wow, it's my first time in 2 years. Let's ignore that. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is my last thing I want to talk about was my subscriber goal for 2022. By the end of 2022. I wanted to hit 25,000 subs, and I did pass it, which is great, but I want to be careful with my goals for this year. Time to talk about goals. It was cool chasing after 25,000. It was cool having that motivation to hit that number, but what I noticed myself doing was that I was kind of like abandoning the core principles of my channel. Like, okay, instead of focusing on making really cool ideas that are new and like well edited and well thought out, I was just kind of scrambling in December, like, oh yeah, like, boom, YouTube Shorts, boom, 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 boom. Let me do one a day for 30 days, and like, this will cover my ass, and we'll be good. Nothing wrong with YouTube Shorts, but it just felt like I was so obsessed with the number of 25,000 that I didn't focus on, like, what I'm putting out there. I was just putting out anything and, like, praying that one of them worked out. So for 2023, we will not be doing a subscriber goal. We will not. We'll be doing a little bit different goals, and they look like this. This is what we have, okay? So goals for 2023. It's looking very clean. You can see it. Boom, goals for 2023. Number 1 is going to be make at least 5 videos on non-Rec Room games. I want to expand into other games because at some point I want my main channel, ChubbierSnail, to be more of like a variety channel where I can do a lot more and still retain some viewership. I like the flexibility because having that flexibility lets me create cool content in different ways, which is nice. Similar note, number 2 is to make at least 5 videos in IRL format, such as vlogs, for example, or maybe box openings, which I've done. Again, feel free to send me boxes. The PO boxes is down below in the description, but similar theme right there. I want to take the ChubbierSnail channel, continue to branch out. I love that. Number 3 is to attend at least 3 YouTube-related events this year. So last year, what did I go to? I went to VidCon, I went to the AR House, and I went to the VR New Realities Convention from Valve, Virtual Athletics League. Those are cool. And there's the YouTuber meetup. 4. Look at that. 4 things. Holy shit. I want to keep doing that. I might go back to VidCon this year. That could be cool. I'm going to PAX East, which is the largest gaming convention, I think, in the U.S., or at least it's up there, depending on like what your measurement stick is. Still need to think of a third one. But maybe, I don't know. I won't think about it now. I'll just let it happen to me. Number 4, work on at least 1 major video project. So this could be exciting. This is going to be like not Rec Room Lo-Fi per se, but something of that scale. I want to make sure that I'm still trying to innovate and push myself to different boundaries. And 5th is to have a gaming company fly me out to an event. Now this one is like, okay, I'm going to level with you. This one is like a little bit lame because this one's not in my control. All these other things I have the power to do because it's like, Brandon, do this, do this, do this, do this. I can't control if a gaming company flies me out, but I wanted to just put this out there, float it into the universe, and maybe, someone will see me and they'll be like, hell yeah, let's send this mofo on a trip. Because I keep seeing this shit where people are like going to Sweden for game developers, and they're like, yeah, like, oh yeah, free trip to Europe. It's like, what the hell? I want to go to Europe. I'd be so good at going to Europe. Trust me, let me go, please. Ugh. But anyways, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Let me know what some of your goals are for 2023, especially if you're some YouTube people. I'd love to hear it. I kind of want to have the comment section for these videos be more like of a personal dialogue instead of just random comments that are like, Chubb, your snail sucks, I hate him. Ugh. So, thank you for watching. I don't want to say remember stay chubby because that's my Chubb your snail outro. So instead, I'll say, Chubb your snail is Chubb your mail. There we go.